Hi guys. Okay, so I literally filmed this video yesterday, so I have to redo it all over again because I looked like a hot mess because it was after a long day of work, and I feel better recording it now because I look better. So I'm literally just gonna recite everything that I just filmed from last night. So I really haven't had the time to upload a weekly vlog, and the last week's vlog I muted it just cause, and now I have actual stuff to say about it, so I'm gonna re-show you guys all the stuff from last week as well. So I haven't gone to the comic book store today. I know there's a new, because today's Wednesday, so there's a new like replen, not replen, but it's like the new issues came out today. So I haven't gone yet. This is from last week and the week before, and then the week before that because of my video. So actually, I'm gonna talk about really quick. That's what I did with the other video. I forgot to talk. We're gonna talk about X-Men 97 season finale really quick. I hope I get everything in this video that I did in the last one because I said so much. I am so surprised at how good it was, and I really, really, really am impressed at how good the creators did and everyone that worked on it. I'm really surprised at how good they stayed with like the feeling of like the original animated series. I'm so glad that Jean is not so weak anymore like she was in the animated series. Like she would always like moan and like faint, and she was just not very powerful unless she had the Phoenix. But I feel like even sometimes when she had the Phoenix, she couldn't do like everything. But I feel like that really helped me like Jean even more. And also, I really appreciate the fight that she had with Mr. Sinister. That was so cool to watch. It was just like so cool, and they did it like very, very well. Very, very well. I was happy about that. I'm really surprised they had Bastion because if you're an OG, well, the first time I actually saw Bastion was back when the X-Men Next Dimension video game came out, and that was a long time ago, and that's all I knew about Bastion. I haven't read every X-Men comic book ever, so I didn't really know about him until that video game. So when that video game came out, I was like, who's Bastion? And it was like so crazy learning about him. So it's crazy to see him in the animated series. And I don't know. I feel like they could have made maybe an extra 1 or 2 episodes, dragged it on a little bit of how much of a threat he is, because isn't he a little bit more of a threat? Like they like made a lot of things a little rushed, it felt like. And then there was also episodes like there were certain episodes, I'm not going to name which ones, but certain episodes that could have been like not included at all, that really had no purpose, that they could have just extended the storyline of the main one. You know what I'm saying? There's a couple episodes that detracted from the main plot, and I feel like those didn't need to be there. In replacement, they should have just made the other episodes longer, so that the story felt a little bit more like the Prime Sentinel was a threat and all that. Do you know what I'm saying? I think you know what I'm saying. And I feel like also I'm very shocked that they used the Phoenix, because even though we got little like hints that the Phoenix would possibly show up in the intros, you know how the intros would change like every week. I'm sorry, I'm like trying to crack my neck. I feel like a lot of people were upset, maybe. I don't know. All I heard was positive feedback, but there's probably negative feedback about it. I love Jean with the Phoenix, but like, I don't know what it is. I like how Phoenix looked. I loved how Phoenix looked in the original series, but I don't like how Phoenix looked in this one. I think it's because of the animation. Like the fire looked very like dumb and cheap. I don't know how to explain it, but like the way the fire of the Phoenix looks in the original animated series, and I think it's because of the art I think it's because of the animation style. Or I don't know, like there's not enough like reds, I guess. It was just orange and yellow. I don't know. It just didn't look cool. It just didn't look cool when Jean came out as the Phoenix in the season finale. Like, it should have looked cooler and it didn't. And I was very upset about that. Like, I really wanted it to look like how it did in the original anime series, but I don't know. That's just me. Maybe just because of the animation style, but like, I don't know. She didn't look powerful. I don't know how to explain it. And then what happened to Mr. Sinister was freaking crazy. But I know he's going to do something to get his powers back because he's just Mr. Sinister and he'll like always be bad. Like he'll always be a threat. And I can't wait to see him in the MCU. I hope they make him the villain of the movies because it's definitely his time. And it would definitely be a great way to introduce him, especially because he's like a evil scientist, a geneticist, and he's just like obsessed with genetic engineering. It's so perfect for X-Men because that's literally what the X-Men are. Like they're mutated, you know, all this stuff. So it would be like the perfect introduction for Mr. Sinister to be in the MCU. And he better look like he does in the cartoon, and he better sound like he does in the cartoon. Freaking scary. Because if not, then he's just not scary. He's supposed to be Mr. Sinister. He's supposed to be scary. Like, come on. Okay, so those are my thoughts on the season finale of X-Men 97. I'm really shocked that they included Apocalypse in the end as a teaser for season 2. I have no idea what they have coming for season 2. I mean, clearly Apocalypse. And also Days of Future Past. But, like, I'm so confused. Wait, was it Days of Future Past? No, that's the, am I confusing it with another storyline? Because they have a Scani at the end of the season, so I'm getting my timelines mixed up. What do you call it? Oh yeah, I'm surprised they use Apocalypse because they already used Apocalypse in the original animated series, so I don't know what they're doing with him now. I know it's the younger version of him, but it's just like, what's going on? What else do I have to say? The season went by so fast. I was watching every episode every week, and it just went by so fast. I can't wait for season 2 to come out. Like, I want it to come out already. I just don't know when. Oh, there you go. That's literally the crack I've been needing all day. My neck has been hurting so much. I really love that they started using Jean's force field a lot more, because like realistically she would use them a lot more. So I'm glad that they incorporated that into the season a lot. Like probably like every episode she's using a force field, which I really love. But what actually gets me mad is that her powers are not pink. I don't know why they did that. I don't want her powers blue. I don't like her powers blue. I want them pink. Like they should be pink. So I don't know what's going on with that. But okay, now I'm going to go over the stuff that came out last week that I got. So this is Doctor Strange, number 15. I already read all of this. Everything that I'm going to show you, I already read it all. I think I'm going to stop this series after next week's, or after number 16, because I just like don't really care about Blood Hunt, to be honest. I'm not following it. It's just like whatever to me, honestly. And then we have Wolverine number 49. He looks so good in the adamantium suit. Look at how that color is just like totally his. So this is coming to a conclusion this week, I believe, or next week. X-Men Forever number 3. This was crazy. I can't wait to see Destiny in the MCU. I don't know when they'll ever show her or how they're going to introduce her, but seeing that liquid gold mask in theaters would be so sick. This one was crazy. If you know, you know. If you already read it, you know what I'm talking about. And this one was crazy too. Not as crazy as I thought it would be, but it's still pretty good. This whole Krakoan era comes to an end June 5th, and I'm literally going to cry because it's been so good. So good. It's the longest X-Men story I've ever read. it actually is kind of my introduction to comics, because I had dabbled a little bit here and there in comics before, but I never actually followed like a story. Yeah, like I never really followed a story until the Krakoan age. So that's really my true comic book deep dive into an X-Men story, into any story really in comic books. And that started, I think, 2021, but I used the app to read from the past 2 years because the story started in 2019. So I used the Marvel app to catch up. So that's why I started getting them weekly. And then this is number 34. This is the one that's coming right. This is right before the last one. The last one comes out June 5th. And I'm going to cry when that happens. I'm going to be like the first one at the shop because I want to make sure I get like maybe all the variant covers. I don't know. I know there's going to be a ton of variant covers. I heard rumors that the 35th issue is going to be like 100 pages. If it is, oh my God. It better be, because there is so much to wrap up still within the next 5 issues. I'm not even going to read Miss Marvel because I don't want to read it. So there's like 4 issues left then for me, to be honest. Cable was really good. This is the end of the limited series. I don't know if that's a variant or not. No, it's not. And then this cover of Fall of the House of X, number 4. The cover has literally nothing. Well, this person has literally nothing to do with the issue. Why do I not know who this is? That's not the Beyonder, is it? Why do I not know who that is? Am I dumb? Dead X-Men number 4. This little miniseries was pretty cool. I really enjoyed it. I love the title, Dead X-Men. So loved that. That's over now. Oh my God, yes. So this. If you've read this, spoiler alert. If you read this issue in particular of the Avengers, it really pissed me off. Do you want to know why it pissed me off? Because basically, in this issue, just this issue alone, like 23 pages or whatever, the Avengers take down a whole fleet of like Orcus. I don't remember if it was a headquarters or whatnot. They took down Orcus in one issue. Whereas the X-Men have been trying for how long now? So it made my X-Men look very weak, and it kind of like, what's the word? Kind of like devalued the X-Men to me. It didn't actually devalue the X-Men to me. They would never do that. What I'm saying is it made them like look devalued, and like the Avengers can just come in and save the day. I'll always take X-Men side over Avengers like any day. So this was very disappointing to read, and I was like, why did the writers approve this? Who in the meeting approved this? I was so mad at you guys. Like they couldn't have included an X-Men in there to like help them. It made the X-Men look so bad. Very frustrating. This one is X-Men Forever number 2. I think the cover is really, really cool. I think it might be a wraparound too. I don't know. But that one's good. And then let me mention these two before I say a lot with Scarlet Witch. Wolverine number 48. I don't think I liked the other variant they had, so I just got this one. I don't really like this cover either. I literally don't have any more space in my comic book section for these, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like have to figure it out. And then this is a variant cover of Rise of the Powers of X, number 4. This variant cover is so cool, so much better than the other cover that they had. And then I literally have so much to say about this next one. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. So this one, I'm trying to get the lighting right. So this one literally, this miniseries is doing a little better than the solo Scarlet Witch series from last year. the solo Scarlet Witch series from last year was so upsetting to me. Every week, I kept thinking that it was going to get better and better and better, and it didn't. It literally just got like worse and worse. I think what the writers need to do, honestly, is, and then there's another mini series coming too. I think this summer for Scarlet Witch again. I hope it's better because they gave her like D-list villains, and there was not enough magic, there was not enough mysticism, there was not enough universe jumping, reality warping, realm jumping, you know, all these things that make Scarlet Witch so awesome, and using her magic like all the time. They made it a little too mundane. The plot was not giving anything really, and it's just like someone needs to get in there and say that certain things need to be changed for Scarlet Witch's character, because it's just not magical enough. It's just not enticing enough. It's very mundane. It's very boring. I don't get why they're trying to make a multiversal queen mundane. Like, what? Like, y'all should literally make her... They need to put her in, like... They need to put her in, like, storylines where there's a lot of mystical things going on, you know? Like, you don't even have to include the Darkhold. You can include her with... Why can't I think of his name? Oh my gosh. Why can't I think of his name? The guy that's like the devil, apparently, in Marvel. What is his name? The guy that Scarlet Witch's sons are supposed, like, he's supposedly the father of them. Oh my god. What is his name? The one that looks like a red devil. Why can I not think of his name? Oh my god. I know who he is. Like, I really, literally just, like, the name vanished from my brain. But, like, okay, like, a storyline with him, or, like, a storyline with, Dormammu, or, like, a storyline with, I don't know, there's a million other villains that they could have chosen, but they gave her, like, the worst ones. I'm like, do you guys not have access to the Marvel Encyclopedia? Do you guys not know all the other villains that Scarlet Witch, the Scarlet Witch, could have fought instead and been put up against? Like, there was no sense of, like, danger. There was no sense of, like, intensity. There was no sense of, like, anything. Like, it was very underwhelming, and I was very upset by it. So I'm gonna read the first issue of the new series, and if I don't like it, I'm not even gonna try. I'm not even gonna try, because after the Krakoan era, I think I'm, like, done, and I'm just gonna, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I don't think I'm gonna continue, like, the stories, because honestly, like, the X-Men one is the only good one, and these are just not giving. This new series has a better villain. Spoiler alert, it's the Wizard, and his powers are enhanced by, like, the Angel of Death. But even the Wizard is a better villain than the ones that they gave her in the solo series. Like, I'm pretty sure you'll agree. Like, it's very, very underwhelming. But the Wizard so far is doing better, literally, as a villain than all the other villains that she had in the previous solo series, at least from what I remember. Other than that, I don't think I'm going to continue this. I mean, I'll probably read issues 3 and 4. I mean, 4 and 5, unless there's only one more left. But it's just like, they need to do better with Wanda. Like, she's literally a Scarlet Witch. Like, they need to make can someone get me into the writer's room, please? Because I will make the best Scarlet Witch solo series. I will literally get in there and rewrite everything that they have going on, because it is just not it. Like, you had one chance, and your one chance was wasted. Really bad. It really upsets me, because there's so much potential in Scarlet Witch. There is so, like, the fandom for Scarlet Witch, I don't even think the creators know. I don't even know if Kevin Feige knows, like, how big the Scarlet Witch fandom is. But, like, it's huge. Like, almost every day I get a Scarlet Witch edit on my For You page on TikTok. And that's how you know that, for one, I like Scarlet Witch, but for two, that she's still relevant for it to be on my For You page still. Like probably almost every day I get like a Scarlet Witch edit on my feed. So that says a lot. And there's a lot of comments, there's a lot of likes, and there's a lot of shares. So that means that she is relevant and everybody wants her back. And that also means that she deserves a great series and not one that she's like playing a dumb character, to be honest. Like, it's just dumb. It's not what she's about. She's about magic. And I think they did it correctly somewhat, or mostly, should I say, in the trial of Magneto. Like, she was using her powers a lot, and it was very mystical, and there was a lot of chaos going on, pun intended. Like in the trial of Magneto era, which is still the Krakoan era, she was using a lot of magic, and I love to see that. I want to see her with her sons more. I want to see her... I don't really have to see her with Vision, but it would be nice to have Vision in there. But I do want to see her more with her and her sons fighting alongside each other. All three of them being so powerful. And I would include a series like that. I don't know who the villain would be. It could be so many things. Like, it would definitely have to be a cosmic being that's super powerful, that would be like a threat to Wanda, kind of, even though we know she's like, she can do so much and she doesn't really have too many threats. But there just needs to be more like at stake. I think you know what I'm saying. There needs to be like a threat. There needs to be more at stake. But with the villains they gave her, it was just too easy. It was just like, duh, she's gonna beat a D-list villain. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there was no excitement there, and there was just no like adventure or excitement, or, you know, it was just missing all of that. And girl, I'm gonna sell all of those issues, because even though I love the cover artwork, it's just, no, I can't. I'm gonna just keep saying the same words, and it's just not gonna get me anywhere. So I'm gonna be done, and I don't know if I'm gonna get comic books until actually June 5th. I don't know, so don't expect another video. But I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know what my next video is gonna be. Just stay tuned, and I'll have something come out soon. But yeah, that was my little rant for X-Men 97 and Scarlet Witch.